Okay, good evening, my lovely daughters. Here's your pre-Shabbat shiur, and it's about the Torah. So there's a very good question that's being asked. We had the three Avot. We had Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, and you know the story of Yaakov wrestling with the angel until daybreak. That's in Bereshit. And this angel, they say, was the Satan who came to kill Yaakov. And as we know, the angel could not prevail, and therefore the story continues. But the question is, how come this only happened to Yaakov and not to Abraham or Yitzhak? Because the Avot were very special. Each one of them was very special. So Abraham, as we know, represented Chesed. Yitzhak, Yirat Shamayim. And Yaakov was truth, which is the same thing, which means Torah. So then how come the angel decided to wrestle with Yaakov only? So it says that when the Satan decided that he was going to destroy Am Yisrael, because Am Yisrael is the people that basically prevent the forces of evil from dominating this world. So this is the angel of death, the Satan, the angel of evil, had to basically decide, what's it going to do to get rid of the Avot. So thought to itself, well, look, Abraham, his main trait is Chesed, so I don't really have a problem with that. Because even if there is Chesed, people say, well, I'm a good person. Well, even if there is that, they still won't survive without the Torah. And that's what happens. A good person will say they're irreligious, or they don't keep the mitzvot. I don't like to use the word religious. And then they say, but I'm a good person. Well, so this angel of death decided, well, you know what? Chesed is good, but without Torah, it's not going to last. So, in fact, we see many non-Jews who do acts of kindness. But at the same time, they may do acts of evil as well. So people can do both as well. Then we have Yitzhak. So Yitzhak, as we said, was his trait was that he was Yireh Shamayim. Okay? But again, the same story. You can be Yireh Shamayim, but without the Torah, it's not going to survive. There are many people today, Yireh Shamayim. They know about God, they fear God, but they don't study Torah. And therefore their children sometimes, and certainly their grandchildren and great-grandchildren, become completely assimilated. When you are Yireh Shamayim, in order to be sustained, it needs the Torah. So that's why the angel didn't really fear Yitzhak either. He was quite happy for Yitzhak to continue as he was. So, but the thing about Yaakov is that Yaakov's trait was truth, which is the equivalent of the Torah. And that was his predominant characteristic. And he dwelt in the tent of Shem and the tent of Ever. Those were the places where the Torah of those days was being studied. And he was immersed there, and he was totally dedicated to it. So this is what the angel was scared of. So the angel thought to himself, the secret of the eternal existence of the Jewish people is the Holy Torah. If Yaakov manages to pass this on to his children, I won't be able to be successful. So this is the lesson that we need to learn, is that without Torah, the nation of Israel simply cannot exist. And as I've been saying for years, and it's repeated, I'm getting all these ideas from one of my new favorite books, Netivei Or, from Rav Yagin. He says, nothing is left of the Jewish communities in the world where Torah learning ceased. And then he continues to say that Torah is the eternal secret, is the secret of the eternal survival of the Jewish people. So today I'm going to finish on my 5 minutes. It's 5:05, and I wish you both a wonderful Shabbat, and I hope that you have found this shiur pleasant and instructive. Shabbat Shalom.